Okay, so you've seen me do a bunch of videos now for disassembling various handguns, but surprisingly, I have yet to do probably the most common handgun on the market. If it ain't a Glock, it's a clone of a Glock. These things are pretty much ubiquitous these days. This is my carry piece. This is a Glock 34, but the disassembly method for every single Glock is identical, including the little 22 caliber. I think it's called a Glock 44, the Glock 22, which is a 40 caliber, Glock 20, Glock 21. They're all identical. These disassemble exactly the same way from Gen 1 all the way to Gen 5. This here's a Gen 5 34. Like I said, this is my carry piece, and let's get into it. Standard behavior, we're going to drop that mag out. This is loaded. Like I said, it's a carry piece. We're going to check in the chamber. That is empty. We're going to remove this from my presence because I don't want to be disassembling and cleaning guns with loaded ammo on the scene. Now, we're going to check again because I looked away. And here is probably my least favorite part of Glocks. This is only a problem if you do something stupid, but we're going to triple check because the disassembly for this handgun is you have to pull the trigger. The trigger must be pulled and all the way to the rear. Now, you're going to establish your gunsmithing grip. I have a red dot on here, but you would generally grab around on that serration set there. But you're going to pull back and pull down on this lever here. So you're going to pull back slightly, depress that lever, and release. And it'll push forward off the frame. And there you go. Now, the disassembly for this is very easy. You would punch this pin out, and then you would grab your slide stop and kind of wiggle it while pushing on this pin. I believe it goes either direction, but you would wiggle up and down and just push, and it'll eventually pop right out. This part here can come out. There's a little spring underneath. You just kind of depress it, and it will come right out of there. Do not push this forward. It's not good for the gun for you to be pushing forward on this because it can damage the gun. Don't ask me how, because I don't actually know how it damages the gun, but the manual says don't do that. Next step, you're going to push forward on your recoil spring assembly and pull up. Standard Browning action. Drop it on the floor. That's always a good habit. Now you're going to grab the barrel like any Browning action, push forward a little bit and pull up. Out it comes. This is all you have to disassemble for your standard cleaning procedure. If you wanted to disassemble further, you would grab a Glock disassembly tool and you depress the striker channel here, and you would pull the slide cover or back plate off. The firing pin comes out after you depress this. Once you do that, the extractor falls out, the firing pin block falls out. It all comes apart once you remove this part. I believe the manual actually has all of that written down in it. These handguns are probably the easiest pistols on the market to fully detail strip. I might go into a video about that someday in the future if I do a more advanced series of videos. Next, let's put it back together. You drop your barrel into the slide, lock it into the breech face. Pretty easy. This little hood here is going to want to kind of hang, so you kind of push forward a little bit and then down and then back. It goes right together. Grab your recoil spring assembly, and this does not have to be aligned at all. This is even tighter than the CZ was. Put it in the slot for the spring, push forward, and catch it on the notch on the barrel. That's it for that. Now, with the Gen 5s, these have cutouts on both sides for the slide stop because it's ambidextrous. So you can start the slide up here, align the slide rails with the frame rails, and kind of press down on it while also pushing backwards, and that works. However, sometimes it'll slip off the rails and kind of pop back out. My favorite thing to do is align this front rail here with these notches here. And the way that looks is you do this, press down, up. Hard to do things on camera sometimes. Align it, press down until it latches in, push backwards, and then pull until you hear a click of that takedown lever going up into place. Now you're going to want to rack it completely. Make sure it is unloaded. Give it a test, and you are back in action. Hopefully, that wasn't too hard for you. Thank you for watching, and please tune in next time.